A Palestinian boy runs for cover during clashes with Israeli troops near the Jewish settlement of Kadom in the West Bank village of Kofr Kadam, near Nablus. Reuters. Mohammed Tariq, a supporter of Kenyan opposition National Super Alliance NASA coalition, lies on the ground after he was hit by a police truck during a protest along a street in Nairobi, Kenya. Reuters. Thomas Makoya, a supporter of the opposition National Super Alliance NASA, wears oranges during a protest calling for the sacking of election board officials involved in August's cancelled presidential vote in Nairobi, Kenya. Reuters. Basratna, Palestinian and Israeli women marched as part of an event organized by Women Wage Peace Group calling for an end to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict near the Jordan River in the occupied West Bank. Reuters. Ronans of Yulon, a woman stands on the stairs outside the administrative court in Athens as she takes part in a protest against planned pension cuts. Getty. Members of Indonesia's Special Forces Kopassus marched during celebrations for the 72nd anniversary of the Indonesia military in Cilegon, Indonesia. Banten province. Reuters. Biawi Hata people look on as boats participating in Clip Around the World yacht race leave Punta del Este harbor in Uruguay. Reuters. And as smoke billows from buildings following a reported airstrike on Antama in the eastern Ghouta area, a rebel stronghold east of the Syrian capital. Getty. Firemen try to hold a group of people in front of Spanish civil guard officers outside a polling station in San Julia de Ramos on the day of a referendum on independence for Catalonia banned by the Spanish government. More than 5.3 million Catalans are called today to vote in a referendum on independence, surrounded by uncertainty over the intention of Spanish institutions to prevent this plebiscite banned by justice. AFP. Catalan Regional Police Mossos d'Esquadra arrived to the IES Taradell school to notify its principal that the school must remain closed in Barcelona. Hundreds of people have spent the night in different schools and civic centers designated by the regional government to be polling stations for the 1-0 referendum in an attempt to prevent the police from stopping their use, as the Superior Court of Justice of Catalonia ordered. Enric Font Caberta, an Indian police officer, chases Shiite Muslim mourners as they ran after they tried to participate in a Muharram procession ahead of Ashura in Srinagar. Reuters. Danish Ishmael Ugandan opposition lawmakers fight with plainclothes security personnel in the parliament while protesting a proposed age limit amendment bill debate to change the constitution for the extension of the president's rule in Kampala. Reuters. James Akina, military and local security personnel keep Rohingya refugees in line as they queue for aid at Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Reuters. Cathal McNaughton, Cliff Marisma of Australia and Per Øystein Pro-Israel of Norway compete in the World Jousting Championships in Sydney, Australia. The World Jousting Championships sees Australia's best jousters go head-to-head with their international counterparts. The championship aims to replicate the same combat conditions that featured in 15th-century Europe, with knights wearing historically accurate armor weighing around 40 kilograms. Getty. Freshman students of Nanning College for Vocational Technology balance bottles on the heads during the military training in Nanning, Guangxi Autonomous Region of China. Getty. A fighter from the Free Syrian Army Al-Hamza Brigade is seen looking out in Haswan town in Aleppo. Reuters. Khalil Ashawi protesters burn an effigy of President Rodrigo Duterte during a day of protest outside the presidential palace in Metro Manila, Philippines. Reuters. Romeo Ranocco, a crowd of protesters lift up a ballot box outside the Catalan region's economy ministry building after Junior Economy Minister Josep Maria Jove was arrested by Spanish police during a raid on several government offices in Barcelona. Reuters. Albert Haya, Myanmar State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi walks off the stage after delivering a speech to the nation over Rakhine and the Rohingya exodus in Naypyidaw, Burma. Reuters. Ozayutun Rohingya refugees wait for aid packages in Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Reuters. Cathal McNaughton riot police line up behind the shields following a clash with demonstrators demanding the resignation of congressmen outside the Guatemalan National Congress in Guatemala City. Guatemala's Congress earlier this week voted overwhelmingly to reject a unbacked request to lift the immunity of President Jimmy Morales in order for him to face a corruption probe over a irregular party financing Johan Ordonez. Members of the International Space Station ISS Expedition 5354, U.S. astronauts Joseph Cabral, Mark Van Hayer and Russia's cosmonaut Alexander Misurkin attend a sending-off ceremony in the Russian-leased Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Kirill Kudryav's of a resident pushes his cart as he wades a flooded main street in Manila after a tropical depression locally named Maring hit the eastern town of Maoban before moving northwest across the main island of Luzon and passing just beside Manila. Ted LGB Getty Images. Soldiers in Japan's self-defense force prepare for a ceremony for Prime Minister Shinzo Abe at the Defense Ministry in Tokyo. Reuters. A truck evacuation overturned by the storm in Livorno, Italy. The storm has claimed 6 victims with 6 others missing. Over 200 millimeters of rain has fallen, causing landslides, mudslides, and the flooding of various rivers. Getty Images. The picture released from North Korea's official Korean Central News Agency KCNA shows North Korean residents offering flowers before the statues of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il on Mansu Hill in Pyongyang during celebrations of the 69th anniversary of North Korea's National Day. Getty Images. People gather on a street after an earthquake in Mexico City. Reuters. Claudia Rohingya refugee children sit in a hut next to the shore after crossing the Bangladesh-Myanmar border by boat through the Bay of Bengal in Teknaf, Bangladesh. Reuters. Danish Siddiqui police patrol the area as Hurricane Irma slams into San Juan, Puerto Rico. Reuters. Alvin Baez. A masked witness points to the police officers suspected of killing 17-year-old Kian de los Santos as she testifies during a Senate hearing in Pasay, Metro Manila, Philippines. Reuters. Dita Weteo Brazil's President Michel Temer, Russian President Vladimir Putin, Chinese President Xi Jinping, South Africa's President Jacob Zuma and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi pose for a group photo during the BRICS summit at the Xiamen International Conference and Exhibition Center in the Fujian province. Reuters. Kenzaburo Fukuhara. This undated picture released by North Korea's official Korean Central News Agency KCNA shows North Korean leader Kim Jong-un looking at a metal casing with 2 bulges at an undisclosed location. North Korea has developed a hydrogen bomb which can be loaded into the country's new intercontinental ballistic missile, the official Korean Central News Agency claimed on the 3rd of September. Questions remain over whether nuclear-armed Pyongyang has successfully miniaturized its weapons, and whether it has a working H-bomb, but KCNA said that leader Kim Jong-un had inspected such a device at the Nuclear Weapons Institute. Reuters. A girl looks on as Muslims offer prayers during the Eid al-Adha festival in Agartala. Reuters. A cyclist looks at a truck flipped into floodwater in Port Arthur, Texas. AFP. People attend prayers for the Muslim holiday of Eid al-Adha at Istiqlal Mosque in Jakarta, Indonesia. Antara photo Rasapangabin. Reuters. U.S. Marine Corps F-35B fighter jets front and South Korean Air Force's F-15K fly over South Korea during a joint in-military drill. Republic of Korea Air Force Yonhap. Reuters. Pope Francis is greeted by pilgrims as he arrives to lead his Wednesday general audience in St. Peter's Square at the Vatican. Reuters. Stony Gentile retiring paramilitary policemen prepare for a group photo before retirement in Nanjing, Jiangsu Province, China. Reuters. String of the sun sets on the playa as approximately 70,000 people from all over the world gathered for the annual Burning Man Arts and Music Festival in the Black Rock Desert of Nevada. Reuters. Gmurkt. A member of Border Guard Bangladesh BGB tells a Rohingya girl not to come on Bangladesh side. Thousands of people have fled their homes following 2 days of violence in a deepening crisis in the state of Rakhine in Myanmar. Members of the Muslim Rohingya minority escaped to the border with Bangladesh, but Bangladeshi border guards are turning them back. Reuters. 100 newlyweds wearing Han Dynasty-style outfits attend a group wedding in Pingdingshan, Henan Province of China. Getty. Protesters block rail tracks during a demonstration of Ende activists against the open-cast Garzweiler brown coal mining near Vanicum, Germany. Reuters. Italian police use a water cannon as they clash with refugee squatters who had occupied a small square in central Rome. Reuters. Yaranadi. Thailand's Pratsapong Amsamang competes in the men's pole vault athletics final of the 29th Southeast Asian Games SEA Games at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium in Kuala Lumpur. Manan Vatsayana. A child reacts after a big wave on a waterfront as Typhoon Hato hits Hong Kong. Reuters. Taronchi.